Okay guys, recording again. I know it's really dark in the front, but it'll lighten up in the back. Another 1 hour of Pilates work. Let's go ahead and get started. No props needed today, except for just like a mat or a soft surface. So let's go ahead and begin. I'll scooch here to the back. A little bit more spotlighting. Not a whole lot more, but as good as it's gonna get this early in the morning. All right, we're gonna start lying down on our back, having the knees bent, feet grounded to the floor. Let's make sure that the knees and feet are hip bone width apart, narrow stance, that all 10 toes are pointed forward so your feet are run parallel. Arms are going to be lengthened down beside you, slightly pulled away about 45 degrees. Palms turned up, let the shoulders roll open, and then lightly press the backs of shoulders to the floor to open your chest space. Your chin is going to land about fist distance from your chest, and the crown of your head is going to really wiggle and stretch to the back of your workspace to really elongate the back of your neck. And then the eyes close, bringing the focus more inward. We'll connect the breath to our core. Begin by taking a nice deep inhale through your nose, and then a long exhale out through the mouth. Deep breath in, filling all the way up. Steady exhale, make sure that you empty out completely. Inhaling from the pit of belly, lifting into the ribs, pulling all the way up into the top of your chest. Exhaling, emptying from then the top of chest, down through ribs. Finally, squeeze that last few drops out through your lower belly. When you inhale, keep it light and easy. But now as you exhale, make it more very powerful and forceful and audible. The easy inhale will let the belly rise and the core muscles stay relaxed. When you force the breath out, feeling those muscles engaging, right? Contracting of core and firming of belly. Take 4 more cycles of breath here. See if you can pull the abs in even deeper each time. Stay very focused and clear-headed, present and mindful. Couple more here, inhaling. With this last one, you'll use the strength of your core on the exhale to lift your feet off the ground and draw your knees into your chest. Please send your hands on knees and begin to rock gently side to side, getting a general massage into your back and learning to link breath and movement here. So staying with the tempo of your inhale and your exhale. Good, from side to side. You'll then begin to create a circular motion with your legs, both of which are moving in the same direction. And now we're massaging more into the lower back region, just above the tailbone. Good, pausing and reversing direction. Good, then go ahead and bring the legs into still. So I'm going to take this movement a little bit differently today. We usually do a circular movement with our legs to open up our hips. We're just going to shorten that movement just a little bit. So really keep the hands cupped around the fronts of the knees. And then on an inhale, use the hands to separate your legs and open them up as wide as you can. Then on your exhale, take your hands and pull the legs in closer to your body. Then let the inhale kind of drop the feet closer to the floor, letting go of the pull. Exhale, pull the legs back in close. We'll do that again. So on an inhale, let your feet kind of drop down closer to the floor. So you're kind of releasing the pull back of the knees. Everything kind of falls south. And then on the exhale, pull the knees back in close. Stay here, breathe in. And then exhale, use the hands to close the legs back up together again. We'll do that a couple more times. So inhale, use the hands to open the legs. Exhale, hug the knees in closer. Think of them trying to pull up towards your armpits. Then on an inhale, let your feet, your legs, your knees drop south. but with guidance, yeah? Exhale, pull in. So we're never actually, quote unquote, dropping anything quickly. We'll do that again. Guide your feet down, I should say, closer to the floor, knees pull away from the body. And then exhale, pull the knees in, stay opened on an inhale. And then exhale, bring the legs back together again. We'll do this one more time. Inhale, knees open up wide. Exhale, squeeze the legs in closer to your body. Inhale, gently release the squeeze so the legs can gently kind of draw forward. Exhale, pull back in. Once more. Inhale, release the squeeze, let the legs gently fall forward. Exhale, pull the hands or draw the knees in closer. Hold that open, inhaling. Exhale, hug the legs together again. Keep the legs here. Take the arms out to T. Backs of shoulders plug down. Breathe in deep. Exhale, firm your belly up and lower the legs over to your right side as you look over left shoulder for rotation. Feet can come always down first to guide the legs there. Legs could also stagger for more support, or you can take your right hand with stacked legs to the outside of your left knee to press down on both legs to assist you better into the twist. Good. Take one more breath in. Remember, core tight as you exhale. Lift the legs through center, head through center. Pause there to inhale again. Then on your exhale, you're going to take your legs over to the left. Excuse me, kitty. Looking over right shoulder for rotation here. Again, the legs could stagger. They could also stay stacked, and you can take your left hand to the outside of your right knee to press down equally. Make sure that backs of both shoulders are anchored firm and that you're looking over that right shoulder as best you can. Take one more breath in. Tighten up the core and exhale. Begin to lift legs and head back up to center. Once you've centered yourself, bring the legs into tabletop. And then arms are going to either be down beside you, close in. If you're wanting more support than that, arms to T. If you want more of a challenge, arms will lift above shoulders, but the arms should never move. On an inhale, hug your legs tight. Take the legs slightly to the right. Exhale, use your core strength to bring the legs to center again. Never losing 90 degrees. Inhale, shift your legs slightly to the left, but keep that right back of hip pressed to floor. Exhale, core strength, your waistline. Bring legs to tabletop starting position. You're going to continue to alternate here. Like I had mentioned, if your arms are lifted up here, they love to try to counterbalance you by shifting to the opposite side. So just be very cognizant of keeping them very still. And the backs of the hips planted. Inhale for the shift. Exhale, firm belly for the lift. Let's do one more to each. So this movement is very small. Very, very small here. Controlled. Once more. To your left on an inhale. Lift up on the exhale. Good. Then draw the knees back into chest. Hands on your knees. Gentle rocking side to side to recover. Just kind of warming up into our core muscles. It's going to stretch into our hips next. Return your feet back to the ground. Right leg is going to cross over left leg. So rather than ankle over knee, think thigh over thigh. You're going to pull both knees into the chest again. Then your hands are going to hold onto either leg as far down as you can reach without the shoulders pulling off the ground. So that might just be below the knees, and that's okay. Then you're going to equally pull back on both legs, bringing them closer to your body. But at the same time, while doing that, you're going to also drop your tailbone back into the floor. Your feet can stay relaxed closer to the ground, or you can flex your feet, begin to lift them up higher. That's just going to change the stretch a bit, so that might be something you want to explore. You could also gently rock side to side if you wish, but the purpose of movement is just to change sensation of stretch. Breathe into your right side and keep the chest opened and the back of the neck long. And one more breath in. Exhale, release the stretch, uncross the legs and switch the other side. Left over right, Knees in, hold on to the legs where you can. Pull legs in equally, drop tailbone down, shoulders plug to the floor. And then again, the feet can stay relaxed or flexed and slightly lifted. Breathe into your left hip. Notice how it feels. One more breath in here. And then on the exhale, let that release. Uncross legs, extend both legs now to the sky, point your toes. Keeping the legs really long and activating the muscles in your legs to help keep them strong. Grab the back of your right leg with both of your hands and begin to lower the left leg to the ground. Your head can remain grounded. If you want more work for the core, you'll do this with head and shoulders lifted off ground, eyes to navel. On an inhale, 2 pulses in with the right leg to body. Use the breath out to switch the legs. Pulse the left leg in twice on an inhale. Switch with control, exhale. Take your time with these. We move slow so that we can feel the stretch. We're also moving slow so that the upper body doesn't start to shift around. We want it to be as much like a statue as we can. So the slower you move, right, the better control you can have. Take a little subtle pause with each pulse of the leg so that you get a deep, deep, bold stretch in the back of your hamstrings. Belly is tight and the spine is anchored. Keep here for 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the legs meet together at sky. If your head was lifted, returning down, draw then the knees into your chest to take a moment to recover. Good. All right, let's take those legs back up to the sky. Pointed toes again, make sure the tailbone is dropped down. And we're gonna externally rotate the thighs so that the inner edges of heels touch, so you create a very narrow V with your feet. Arms are either down beside you or opened up for a little bit more support. We'll start with our legs and we'll add on from here. Take a breath in and open your legs to a big V, as wide as you can create. Then exhale, pull the legs back towards each other. Cross your right ankle over left ankle, just the subtle cross. Squeeze the inner thighs together towards each other. Toes reach high to the sky. Then open the legs into a big V again on an inhale. As you pull back in, left ankle crosses over right ankle. Squeeze the inner thighs, keep the legs long. Open the legs to V, breath in. Exhale, right ankle over left. Open legs, we're using our core to support our lower back here. Left ankle over right. Now let's go ahead and just uncross the ankles, pause here. Now extend the arms up to sky, same exact movements. So arms and legs on an inhale, open to a V. Cross right over left, wrist and ankle. Open to V, breathing in. Left over right. Now let's do this with head and shoulders lifted. Shout. Open on an inhale. Right over left, exhale. Keep your center body very still as the extremities move. Let's do one more to each. Open to V. Cross right over left. Open to V. Cross left over right. Uncross wrists and ankles. Knees in, head down, rest and recover. So sometimes we use our core strength for movement of body. Other times we use our core strength for the stillness of our body. And oftentimes we use it to do both, right? One part of the body moves, other part of the body stays still. Okay. Let's bring the legs back to a tabletop position next. 90 degrees, and then let's lift the arms up to the sky. Stacked above shoulders, take an inhale. Exhale, as you lift up your head, neck, and shoulders, you're going to extend the legs out long, reach their toes, and bring the arms to hover. Then on an inhale, rebend the knees, just to tabletop, and then lower head and shoulders, and then stack the arms. So very precise in the alignment. Exhale, head, neck, and shoulders first, legs second, arms third, but they're very smooth and transition. And then knees, head and shoulders, arms. 2 more like that. Exhale, initiate with core, then the legs, then the arms, but not three separate, blended movement. Come back down, breathe in. Once more. Keep this position, pump the arms. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Good, 20. We're going to our hundreds. 4, 5, exhale. You can readjust your legs if needed. Inhale. Exhale, we're doing it for, here's 50, right? Exhale. Good, 60. I think I skipped a number. Exhale. So let's do 60 again. 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale. Good, here's 70. 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale. Good, 80. Exhale. 2 more sets. Pump those arms. 4, 5, exhale. Last 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale. 2, 3, 4, 100. Recover again. Rest. Right? So always knowing that you can readjust your position of your body, particularly when we're doing an exercise for more of an extended period of time. All right. Let's move into our roll-ups next. So let's go ahead and lengthen those legs all the way down onto the floor with flexed feet. Toes lift to the sky. Arms are going to stretch behind you overhead. A lot of the times we arch the back here and the ribs pop. I want you to imprint spine, seal ribs down, and activate your core. Breathing in, you're going to start your lift. Arms, head, and shoulders, about tips of shoulder blades. Exhale, pull the body up slowly. Sit up nice and tall. Hinge forward from your hips. Fold over the legs. Let the head rest between the arms. Sit up tall with your next inhale. And then roll down slowly to the ground again. Exhale. Control every last movement here. Then never let your legs relax. We begin again. Start lifting on the inhale. Peel up using your core strength on the exhale. Hinge over the, hinge and stretch. Come over here, bud. Sorry, guys. Lift up tall on an inhale. He likes to make his appearance, yeah? Exhale, roll on down, one vertebra at a time. We'll do that a couple more times. So inhale, start your movement. If you want more of a challenge, try to keep your arms framing your ears. Stretch forward, push out through the heels of your feet and plug your shoulders into sockets. Sit upright on an inhale. And then roll down slower than you'd like to on your exhale. One more time, excuse me, kitty. Start lifting on an inhale. Pull up, 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 up. Sit tall. Hinge, fold, stretch. We're going to sit upright on the inhale. We're just going to stay seated. We're just going to exhale and lower the arms down beside us. I'm going to take a quarter turn so you can see me a little bit better. Face on. You can stay as you are. We're going to move into some shoulder, upper back, and lat strengthening. All in that kind of shoulder girdle to support locking into the joints. So legs are going to be extended out, but you can have a little bend in your knees if you're needing. Make sure that the legs are held together tight and your feet always stay flat. We're going to imagine now that we have suspenders on our body. We take our thumbs and hook them behind our imaginary suspenders right at our chest, and then the elbows, of course, bend, and we're going to sweep those elbows up in line with our shoulders. Good posture here, so your chest lifted up high, but the shoulder blades are drawing down your back. If we hike them up, that strains in the neck region. We want to draw down to activate belly in and up. We'll start with the right arm. Just begin to draw circles with the elbow, but the elbow doesn't do the work. It's your shoulder muscle, your lat, which runs along the side, and part of the upper back, right, the rhomboids. Breathe and control. 3, 2, 1. Pause, reverse the direction. Keep that thumb in contact with your chest. Breath. 3, maintain your posture. 2, 1, good, and pause again. Line that elbow up. Then we move to our left arm. Isolate it. So while this arm has movement, everything else does not at all. Breath steady, belly in and up. 3, 2, 1. Let's pause and reverse direction. Breath in, breath out. 5, good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in line and then double circles. 3, both arms at once. 2, 1. Pause, reverse. 3, strengthen those muscles. 2, 1. Pause. Open the arms up, spread the fingers wide, reach from wall to wall. Sit taller, breathe in. Now rotate to your right. Use now your core strength. We're focused on that the most here. Inhale into center. Legs should not shift, and your arms never leave this space. They're only moving because your torso has moved. Come back through center. Get taller as you rotate to your right. Chest up, shoulders down. Left arm resists you. Inhale into center. Take it over to your left. Right arm pulls back just a bit. Eyes stay at the horizon. We'll do one more to each. Inhale through. Hug legs together tight and rotate. Waistline work. Squeeze that breath out. Inhale into center. So we're getting a nice movement for our spine. Activation of our obliques. Come back through center. Ooh, those arms, let them fold, melt. Let your feet relax, your head and those arms let go. And then breathe into your back body. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Once more, breath in. Let's roll and stack up to seated on the breath out. Wonderful. We are going to move next into a tall kneeling position towards the back of your workspace. So, making your way there. You want knees, hips, and shoulders all stacked up nice and vertical. Squeezing glutes, zipping your pubic bone up to your navel. Arms, stretch them as far down as you can directly beside you. Feel the arms really stiffen up like a board. Your palms face behind you. We're going to work into our triceps, the backs of our arms, our core, and opening up our chest space. Take an inhale, look straight on. As you exhale, take the arms, start to press them behind you, and then begin to lift them up, but never let the hands widen. If we widen the hands, it's much easier to lift the arms higher, but it doesn't activate the muscles as much. So keep hands shoulder width apart, and then lower the arms down, breathe in. So keeping the hands at that distance keeps the chest open more and it activates between the shoulder blades even more. All right, here we go again. Exhale, press back, lift up, and keep the hands shoulder width, like you're squeezing a lemon between your shoulder blades. Not leaning forward here, so belly tight. And then take the arms back beside you again, inhale. 4 more, 4. Tall in your heart space. And then return back down. 3 more. Good, and then release. 2 more times. Good, take it back down. Once more. Exhale, arms press back, then they lift to sky. Hold here. Turn, look over your right shoulder. Keep breathing, keep the arms pressing up to the sky. Look as far over that shoulder as you can. But keep the arms lifted. Bring your head through center. Turn, look over your left shoulder as much as you can. Good, keep pressing up, pressing up, pressing up. Go ahead and look straight ahead and then pulse the arms to the sky. 5, 4, 3, back of arms, 2, good, 1, and then take the arms down nice and slow. Kind of shake them out a little bit. Yeah, wonderful. Okay. Whew. All right, let's take now from here, from our kneeling position, I'm going to take our right foot forward. Still kneeling, just staggered stance now. You want the legs still 90, both of them. So oftentimes we start to lean into the leg. But for now, we're going to stay stacked. We're going to lean later to stretch out the left psoas, but for now, we're just structured and upright. We're moving into hugging a tree. So we're going to go ahead and draw the arms out in front, create a big giant circle. Just the very tips of your middle fingers touch, your elbows swept up, your shoulders drop down. Keep the shape of the arms as you breathe in and open up. Well, you'll hug between your shoulder blades, and then exhale, squeeze into your chest muscles to connect the middle fingertips back together again. Open the arms out, keep the legs steady. Exhale, squeeze into chest. Draw the arms back in front. 4 more. Open. Imagine your hands were 2 different magnets, and you're going to feel that resistance as they come back together again. 3 more. Back body activation. Front body. Twice more. Legs stay steady and strong. Open up. And then squeeze it out. 1 more time. Opening on a breath in. Squeeze out. Resist on the exhale. Good. Inhale. Straighten the arms and lift them up to the sky. Exhale, take your hands down, frame your front foot. Now, kind of walk the foot forward a bit so it's in front of the knee so that you can then push the knee forward, press the hips forward and down, and then lift the chest towards the sky, stretching into that left hip flexor. The psoas, right, part of the thigh as well. Good. All right, plant those hands firm to the floor. Step that right leg back so you're in a tabletop position. And then from tabletop position, you're going to take your left hand and step it into the center of your mat space, right, or midline rather. And then you're going to take your left heel, swivel it out to the left side. Now you're going to roll up into a modified side plank on your right. So your right hand, or your left hand, your left leg, and your right leg should all be in a straight line. So the hand should not be in front or behind, nor should that right leg. So lined up nice, either a fist with your left hand or tented fingers so you're not falling down into the arm, you're lifted out of. Your right arm is then going to reach up and overhead with the palm turned down. You're going to flex your right foot, lift the leg up, and internally rotate the leg. Here we are. Take an inhale. Side body crunch on the exhale. Bend the elbow and knee and pull the elbow and knee towards one another against the side body. So not in forward in front of you, or right along the side. And then extend out again on an inhale. Exhale. Crunch in. Use your waistline strength. Extend out again on an inhale. 4 more. 4. And reach. 3 more. Good, and lengthen out. 2 more times. Side body activation. Good, stretch it back out on an inhale. Once more, curl in, crunch in. Good, extend the leg, extend the arm. Keep the leg extended, hand to hip. And then pulse, pulse, pulse that right leg to the sky. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Take that leg down slow. Return to tabletop position. Tuck your toes under. Push your hips back. So not quite a child's pose, quasi, so you're not sitting down, right? I didn't drop my butt to my heels. I'm pushing my sits bones straight back to just get a little bit more sensation into the hip for a stretch. Just also checking time. Plenty of time. Wonderful. All right, let's go ahead and untuck the toes, walk the hands to knees, and safely roll yourself up to stack tall again. Back to our triceps. Stretch the fingertips down to the floor. Plug the shoulders down as well. Take an inhale. Exhale, press arms back, then begin to lift up again. Feel this between your shoulder blades. And then return the arms down. Breathe in. Exhale, without your shoulders leaning forward any further, so the belly firms up here. And then let the arms come back down again on an inhale. We're doing 4 more. 4, press back, then find lift. Keep the hands shoulder width. Return down on an inhale. 3 more. Good, release. Twice more. Good, take it back down. 1 last time. Press back, lift up, keep the lift here. Now on an inhale, take the hands and open them up wider. And then exhale, squeeze them back towards each other. Again, open the arms. Feel this between the shoulder blades and hug. 2 more times, open. Feel the palms of your hands press to the sky. Squeeze it out. Once more, open arms. Wide and then squeeze back behind you. Good, and then release gently the arms down. Roll it out, shake it out. Good. Okay. So we're gonna come to that staggered kneeling position again. So we're gonna take that left foot, step it out in front. Try to get to 90, right? So make sure that the ankle is beneath the knee. This time we're going to create a diamond shape with our hands. Pointers and thumbs are going to touch. We're going to take our hands to our forehead. From there, I'm going to lean in a bit closer to my left leg, but I'm not rounding my back to do it. So from your hips all the way through the crown of the head, moves as one unit to hinge and lean. Now I'm going to be looking at the ground, but not straight down. I'm not dropping my head. I'm not looking straight ahead. My chin is fist distance from my chest, so I'm looking off, really towards just past the front of your workspace. Salutes. So on your exhale, take the hands and extend them outward, upward, keeping the pointers and thumbs still connected. Pause here. Arms line up with your ears. Your arms are also the extension now of your spine. And then pull the hands back to your forehead on an inhale. Exhale, salute out, but upward. So imagine your hands were trying to reach the top corner of the room. And then pull the hands back and again on an inhale to forehead. 4 more. 4, we're strengthening our shoulders, our traps, our upper back. Pull in on an inhale and the lats. 3 more. Good, belly tight to support the back here. 2 more times. Inhale to draw in. 1 last time. Good, hands to forehead, inhale. Exhale, stack tall, release the arms beside you. Good, inhale, sweep the arms back up to the sky. And then exhale, take your hands down, frame your left foot. Then take that foot and kind of wiggle it up further. And once it's in front of your knee, you're now going to push the knee forward, press the hips forward. Tent fingers, kind of push off the fingertips to lift the chest up, arch the back just a bit, maybe a subtle gaze towards the sky. Stretching in, the left hip flexor, traveling all the way down towards the thigh. Good. Then take your hands flat to the floor. Step the left knee back so you're in tabletop position. So line up the hands nice and knees nice in that space. Then your right hand is going to step into the midline of your mat. Your right heel is going to kickstand out to the side. You're going to roll open to the left side of your mat and then adjust the hand, the right knee, and the left leg so they're lined up with each other. See my backside, guys, sorry. Stretch the arms or left arm up and overhead, palm facing down. Then lift your left leg up, flex the foot, take an inhale. Side crunch, exhale, pull into your waistline, not in front. And reach out again, breathe in. Keep lifting out of that right arm, exhale, crunch into your side. And then lengthen out on an inhale. We'll do 4 more of these, 4. And then reach out. 3 more. And then extend. 2 more times. Good, reach it out long. 1 more time. Crunch into your side. Extend the leg, extend the arm. Keep the leg there, hand to your hip. Pulse that left leg up. Push through the heel. 5, 4, almost there. 3, pump it up. 2, 1. Good, gently take the leg down. Come back to tabletop. Tuck your toes. Push your sits bones straight back. Getting a little stretch into the hip, just a little bit. Good. All right, let's go ahead and untuck the toes. Let's swivel around into a seated position next. Legs out in front. Push through the heels, lift up tall, and extend the arms out in front of you. Hands are a little bit wider than shoulder width, so to keep the chest open nice. Get taller on the inhale by lifting your heart up, but dropping your shoulder blades down your back. When you exhale, tuck your tailbone under, roll back a notch, and hold. Breathe in. Right leg lifted up slow on the exhale. Keep pushing through your foot. Take the leg down on an inhale. So we're strengthening our quads and our core. Exhale, the left leg pulls up, but don't let anything else move in your body. Take the leg down on an inhale. Roll back a bit further on the exhale. Stay here. Inhale again. Exhale, the leg pulls up. Inhale, the leg comes down. Left side, pull up. Leg down on an inhale. Roll back a bit further. Exhale. Check your hands, check your shoulders, check your heart. Exhale, belly tight. Right leg pulls up. Take the leg down on an inhale. Everything's nice and controlled. Left leg. Good. Take the leg down on an inhale. One more time. Let's come back a little bit further. Exhale. Stay there. Breathe in. Exhale, right leg. Bring it down. Inhale. Left side. Good. Leg comes down on an inhale. And the whole body comes down. Exhale. Okay. Bend your knees and ground your feet to the floor. I'm going to scooch down a bit so I'm more in the video. We're going to go into teasers next. So we'll start modified and we'll build up from there. You have the option to stay in that modified position or continue forward if you wish. So starting with the, not the knees bent, feet grounded, I'm sorry, legs in tabletop. So 90 degrees with your legs, tailbone rooted, arms overhead. The beginning of the movement is very similar to the roll-ups. So on an inhale, start lifting up arms, head and shoulders, then pull the arms forward, clasp behind the legs. Exhale, pull into the backs of your thighs to help pull your body up, straighten the legs, lift your heart. Back is flat and you gaze up slightly to the sky. Stay here on an inhale. And then on the exhale, start to rebend the knees, round your back, roll down to the floor, legs back to tabletop starting point, release the backs of the legs, arms stretch overhead. So it's modified because we're using our hands for assistance. Inhale, start lifting up, pull forward, clasp behind, exhale, start to extend the legs out, lift the heart up, pull the shoulder heads back, look slightly upward. Stay here on an inhale, teaser point. And then exhale, start to rebend the knees, round your back, roll down, legs to tabletop, release the backs of the legs, arms overhead. Pause here. So that was modified. We're going to take it a step up further and not use our hands for assistance, or you can choose to continue to use your hands for assistance. Here we go. Breath in, start lifting. Arms pull forward, extend legs out, lift heart up. Teaser point. Toes try to line up with your forehead here. Take an inhale. And then on the exhale, return down with control. Also note that when you do come up to teaser point, the legs do not have to extend out completely. They can still stay in tabletop position. I'll do one for you here. So inhale, start lifting up. Exhale, use your core strength to pull your body up, to flatten out your back, to lift your heart up, and you're going to be in like a high boat position. Stay here on an inhale. And then on your exhale, roll back down. And then let's just draw the knees into the chest for a moment, hands on your knees, and just give yourself a rock forward and back to recover. Or side to side, rather. So those were two ways to modify the teaser. I'm going to offer now the full arm teaser. It's an option, of course, and not a requirement. So to prep, if you're choosing to do full teaser, your legs are going to be fully extended down to the floor. Then you're going to imagine that you're kind of divided here, right at your hips across the body, upper half and lower half. Now think of them two separate. However, they move simultaneously and they move equally. Okay. So arms overhead, the division at your hips. So on an inhale, both upper half and lower half begin lifting. And then exhale, the arms draw forward. Woo. The legs lift up, so that was my leg cord, and you're in your teaser point. You'll stay here for an inhale. And then exhale, lower half and upper half. Come down at the same time. We'll do that again. My feet are in the way, so I have to start with my knees bent a little bit. Okay. So inhale, begin to lift upper and lower at the same time. And then exhale, bring it into teaser position. Stay here on an inhale. and then come back down, exhale. So again, you can choose to do full on or a modified version. We're gonna do one more here. I have to do modified because the lamp cord, okay. Inhale, begin lifting. Exhale into your teaser. Now we're gonna stay in our teaser point. Stiffen the arms, turn the palms to face down and pump, pump, pump for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then bring it back in. Give yourself a little bit of movement here, rock it out, roll it out, and recover. Checking the time again just to see where we're at. Wonderful, again, plenty of time. All right, let's go ahead and move into some bridge work next. So we'll continue to, we did a little bit of outer hip strengthening. We'll continue that, but we'll also offer some inner thigh work, quad, hamstring, all that good stuff. So let's release our feet to the ground. Knees and feet are hip width apart and arms are down close beside us. Feel the arms press down firm as they're going to be a support system for you in this next exercise. Take a breath in, arms press down and feet press down, and then exhale. Peel off the mat and lift your hips up into a bridged position. Now, knees, hips, shoulders, nice diagonal, and make sure the knees didn't wing out at all. Roll back to the floor again, on an inhale. Again, exhale, arms and feet press down. As you lift the hips, you're squeezing your glutes. And then roll back down on the inhale. I kind of injured my back yesterday, so my hips don't lift up that high. It's not so comfortable. We'll do 4 more. So 4, right? So try to get knees, hips, shoulders, even diagonal. Not today for me. Roll back down on an inhale. 3 more. Imagine you had a little beach ball between your knees. You were squeezing that beach ball lightly to keep the knees tracked. Roll back down on an inhale. We're going to do 2 more of these. So exhale, pressing up. Make sure the ribs are dropped in line so the core activates. Roll back down on an inhale. Last time, exhale. Press up to bridge. Hold here in bridge. And then on your inhale, take your heels, lift them up to the balls of your feet. And then exhale, return the heels down, but don't let the hips sink. So inhale, heels up, strengthening more into your calves, and then return the heels down. We'll do 2 more of these. Heels up on an inhale. Heels down without the hips sinking. Once more. Heels up. Good. Heels down. And then soften and roll back down to the floor. Take a moment here. Also note, so the positioning of your legs and your lower half in this space, we don't want the feet to be too far forward. That's actually going to really hinder the lift of our bridge. So you want to make sure that your heels are underneath your knees. We also don't want the feet in too close. If we pull up here, those knees jut forward, and that's a lot of pressure on the knees over time. So heels underneath. Beautiful. Now we're going to take our feet and hug the feet together. Then the ankles might touch, then the calves may touch, but knees definitely touch and our thighs squeeze together. So with the legs close in, the lift of our hips are going to be a little bit smaller in order to protect our lower back, while we strengthen mainly into our inner thighs, our adductors. So imagine you had a little dime, a coin, right between your knees, and you never want to let that coin slip through. We're squeezed tightly. Take an inhale. Hug in, center, and then lift hips up. Exhale. Roll back down on your inhale. Again, exhale, lift the hips, but don't let that dime slip out. Roll back down on your inhale. We're going to do 4 more of these. 4, squeeze tight, and then release. 3 more. And release. 2 more times. Find lift. Hug, hug, hug. And roll back down. Mine are really small. You can come a little bit higher if you'd like to. Exhale, the hips come up. Let's keep the hips here. Keep the legs tight. Pulse, pulse, pulse. 5, keep holding on. 4, 3, don't let those knees come apart. 1, and then roll back down. Let's take the knees and feet back to hip width apart. Here's where we're going to come back to the outer hips. We're also going to start to get into our glutes as well. So knees and feet are now narrowed stance, 2 fist distances away. Your feet are going to stay exactly like that. You're going to take the knees though and take them a little bit wider than shoulder width. Now, when we open the knees like this, what tends to happen is the inner edges of our feet start to peel off the ground. So I want the inner edges pressed in firm while the knees open wider. Take an inhale. Keep your feet parallel here also as the hips come up on the exhale. Squeeze outer hips and glutes. And then come back down on the inhale. So always keep knees wide and feet narrow. Exhale, press hips up to sky. And then roll back down on an inhale. We'll do 4 more of these. 4. And release. 3 more, lift. And release. 2 more times. Inner edges of feet push down as the hips come up and the knees are out. Roll back down, breathe in. Once more, exhale, the hips come up to bridge. You're going to keep them lifted in your bridge, and then you're going to pulse the knees out. 5, feet strong. 4, hips high. 3, 2, 1, and then roll back down. Keep the feet that same distance. Just bring the knees to join. We're back to that starting stance. We're going to do 1 more leg strengthening exercise. This is going to be mainly for your hamstrings, the backs of legs, and your glutes. Arms are going to again be close in, press down firm. You're going to take your right leg and extend it up to the sky. Toes are pointed. So we're working first with the left side. Take an inhale. And then on the exhale, dig that left heel down and lift the hips up to bridge. Squeeze into that left glute and take it down again on an inhale. Exhale, lift. And then release. 4 more like this. 4. Good, and take it down. Keeping that right leg nice and vertical to the sky. 3 more, find lift. And then release, right? So back of leg and glute fired up. 2 more. Squeeze it, then lift it. And then take it down. Once more, exhale, dig that left heel to the floor. Hips come up, keep the hips there on an inhale. Take the right leg, lower it downward. Find a level for you. Exhale, pull the leg back up. 2 more. Come down on an inhale. Don't let those hips sink, keep them up. Exhale, lift. Use your arms for assistance. 1 more. Take the leg downward. As low as you can allow. Exhale, pull the leg up. Take the hips down. Take your right foot back to the floor. Yes. So lots of firing up into the back of that left leg. Now we switch it over to the right leg. So left leg now extends up. Again, toes are pointed to lock it out. Arms press in, take an inhale. Exhale, hips come up, firing into your right glute and your hamstring. Take it down on an inhale. Exhale, press up. And then return back down. 4 more. 4. And release. 3 more. Squeeze the bun. And then release. 2 more times. Use those arms. Good. Come back down. They're going to help get those hips a bit higher. Once more. Arms press in. Right foot digs down. Keep here. Inhale. The left leg begins to lower. Exhale. Find lift. Make sure those hips don't sink. 2 more. Come down. Pull up. Once more. Inhale. Resist as you take down. Exhale. Find lift. Good. Then the hips come down. The foot comes down. And then take your feet out a little bit wider than shoulder width. Knees the same. Take the arms out to a T. Lower your legs to the right. Breathe in. Exhale, take it to the other side. Over to the left. 1 breath, 1 movement. Inhale, lift through. Over to the right. And then exhale, bringing up through and over to the left. 1 more to each. Breath in. Drop over to the right. Exhale, switch out over to the left. Breathe in, take the legs to center. And then exhale, heel toe the feet in to hip width apart again. From here, draw the knees into chest, soles of feet come together, knees open wide. Grab either ankles or outer edges of your feet. You're going to pull the feet closer to you while you push the knees further away from the body. And then drop your tailbone down. We're opening up our hips and stretching out the inner thighs and groin. So take a moment here to breathe into those spaces. One more breath in here. And then on the exhale, release the feet and draw the legs together. Place both hands to your right knee next. Take the left leg and extend it away from your body. You can reach the left leg high to the sky. You can take the leg all the way down to a hover or anywhere in between. Your head can remain grounded, or the head and shoulders can come up for more heat. If so, sweep the elbows out and drop the shoulders down. On an inhale, switch the legs. Right leg long, left leg in, and then exhale to switch. So one breath, one movement. Inhale, exhale. Good breath in. Breath out. If you want more heat here, hands behind the head. Even if your head is grounded, doing it hands-free just requires our core to work just a little bit harder. Elbows pull back. Keep the arms wide. Legs are strong and punchy and piston-like. 4 more cycles of breath. 3 more. 2 more. Last ones. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Both knees to chest. Release down and recover. Wonderful. So coming back into our core. We're going to go through a bit of our abs series, 5 in the series exercises. We've done a couple already, so we'll just kind of do variations of them. So that was your first single leg stretch. We're going to move into double leg stretch next. So let's go ahead and keep the knees into chest, hands placed on knees. Head can remain as it is grounded or lifting up again for more intensity. So on a breath in, you're going to take both arms and legs and extend them away from your body. Higher to sky, but easier, closer to ground, more intense. Exhale, sweep arms around, draw knees to chest. If you feel a strain in your neck, your head is coming back down. Inhale, extend outward and upward. Exhale, sweep around and draw in. Spine is your anchor. Reach away, breath, and pause here. Hold the breath at the top. Exhale, sweep around and draw in. Again, reach out, take the entire breath in to get there, and then hold the breath at the top and hold your space. Exhale, circle around. Let's do 2 more just like that. Reach away, pause. Exhale, pull in slow. One more time, inhale, extension. Hold it out here, keep the leg strong, flutter, kick for 3, 2, 1. And then sweep around, draw in, and recover. Rest. That was the second of our 5 double leg stretch. We already have done our single straight leg, also called scissors, at the beginning of class to stretch out our hamstrings. So we are going to do it in a different fashion. So we'll be doing this hands-free. So not only are we going to be strengthening our core a lot more, we're also going to be strengthening into our hips. So let's take our legs to the sky. Arms can be beside you or out to T if you want a little bit more. Your hands could also just be behind your head if you wish. And then the head can stay grounded, or the head and shoulders can come up for a bit more. On your inhale with toes pointed, start to pull the right leg in closer to your body, as close as you can pull in, while the left leg starts to lower a little bit. The one that's lowering is not really important. I want you to really focus on the one that's drawing in close. And then switch the legs. Pull, pull, pull that leg back and in. Imagine those toes trying to reach behind your head. Switch. 1 breath, 1 movement. Spine and anchor. Take your time. Three more rounds of breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Belly firm. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 last time. Breath in. Pull it, pull it, pull it, pull it back. Good. Exhale. Switch sides. Good, bring the legs together to meet at sky, knees in. If your head was up, taking it down, and recovery again. Yeah, so much, much more challenging when we don't use our hands for assistance. All right, we're gonna move into our fourth of the series, double straight leg. It's a focus on the lower abdominals and pelvic floor region. Really tricky area to strengthen. So we're gonna work really small with this. So legs to the sky again, right? But you can have a little bend in your knees if you're needing. You could also do this in tabletop if you wish. Arms are either gonna be down beside or out to T. If you do have a little bend in your knees, totally fine. Just make sure the knees start above the hips, not the feet. When we have the legs pulled in too close, it actually releases our core. We don't wanna do that. We wanna keep our core in resistance. So you should already feel the core working fairly decently just to hold the legs in starting position. Okay. With your next inhale, begin to take those legs downward, a few inches at best. Belly lower, pulls in deep, and the legs draw back up. Remember not to pull in too close. So we come down on an inhale. Firm belly, pull up slow, exhale. Keep your tailbone rooted down. Lowering with resistance as if your legs were moving through molasses. And exhale, belly pulls in, the legs lift up. 4 more. 4. 3 more. 2 more. Make sure the toes always stay pointed, even if there's a bend in your knees. 1 last time, lowering on an inhale. Exhale, lifting, and then drawing the knees in. Hands to knees. Let's take some thigh stirs here this time. So circling the legs in opposite directions, massaging out the hip flexors. Just checking time again, see where we're at. Bingo, bango, perfect. All right, just enough time to do our last exercise from the abs series, crisscross. I'm gonna offer in a little bit of arm movement for this one. So let's go ahead and take our feet to the floor. Make sure the knees and feet are back to hip width. We're gonna create 2 fists with the hands and bring those fists right above the chest so that the elbows bend deeply, and now the elbows are swept out to the sides and the arms aren't resting on the ground, they are lifted off. Then head, neck, and shoulders come off the ground here. Take an inhale. And then as you twist to your right on the exhale, take the left arm and punch it across. Reach and extend. Come back through center on an inhale. Twist over to the left, right arm crosses over body, and then pull back in. Continue to alternate rotation and extension of arm. Inhale through. Using your waistline strength to rotate, arm strength to extend across. Good. Squeeze the breath out and pull everything in. Legs not shifting. 2 more to each. Over to the right. Come back through. Then the left. Come back through. 1 more each. Right twist with a left arm extension. Come back through center. Right twist with a left arm extension. Good. Come back through center. And then release everything down. Good. Let's stretch the legs down onto the floor. Stretch the arms overhead. Let's interlace fingers and turn the palms to face away from the head. Take your left ankle and cross it over your right ankle. And then take both legs and stretch them over to the bottom right corner of your workspace as your upper body stretches over the top right corner of your workspace so that you can stretch your left side body. Deep inhales, deep exhales. Let's do that again. Deep breath in. And then exhale, return the body to centered position. Right ankle crosses over left ankle. Both legs stretch over to the left corner. Then both arms stretch over to the left corner. And you breathe into your right side body. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Let's do that again. Deep breath in. And then exhale, return back to center. Let's stay centered now, point the toes. Let's arch the back. And now breathe into your front body, inhaling. Exhaling. Good, stretching out that core. 1 more time, breath in. And breath out. Seal the ribs back down. Press the spine back into the earth. Release the hands. Draw the knees into your chest. You're going to begin to rock yourself forward and back, up and down your spine, until you can rock yourself up to a seated position. From seated, you're going to go ahead and cross the legs and sit up tall. Feel your heart reaching to the sky, shoulders pull back, and the belly drawn in. Palms reaching up on an inhale, sweep the arms out to the sides, reach them up high to the sky, touch the hands above your head, and then exhale your hands into heart space. Again, inhale, sweep down, reach out and lift up. And then exhale, pull within. We'll do that one more time. Inhaling, sweep it out, lift it up, touch above. And exhale, bring within. Hands stay at your heart. Lower your chin into your chest and close your eyes. A big thanks to yourself here for doing the practice, right? For showing up for the work, showing up to yourself, and be dedicated to your health and well-being. Thank you guys very much for again tuning in to another recorded class. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you guys very soon. Soak up some sun if you have it. If not, fresh air. Thanks, guys. Bye.